Good morning, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us. This is Jason Brink. A lot of you know me as Bitbender from Gala Games, and today we're going to be talking to Dittmar Tukker, right? Is that correct? Am I saying your name correctly?
Yep, pretty well, I guess. It's
Okay.
called Dittmar Tukker, but
Well,
Tucker sounds more
Tukker?
American-like.
Well,
Tucker,
yeah, I mean,
yeah,
you're not American. It's okay. You don't have to
that's
sound
okay.
American-like.
I'm
And
actually
I
Dutch.
I can learn new pronunciations. It's good for me. And actually, my Zoom just dinged here, and we have another surprise guest who is dropping into the stream. So let me get this sorted out. Good morning, Eric.
Hey, I'm gonna turn on some lights so you can actually see me.
Okay, sounds good. I'm gonna go ahead and adjust the window size here because I was not planning on a three. So, uh, those of you who don't know, this person who has joined, this mysterious person in the shadows, is Eric Schiermeyer, the CEO of Gala Games, and he is going to be joining us for this AMA as well.
I
Today we're
gotta
going to
change
be
my background, guys. So sorry.
update. I'm still hanging out in Chult, man. This is. I feel that the jungle works nicely for me.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, he's gone.
I'm still here.
He'll
Don't
be
worry,
he'll
I'm
be
changing my
back.
background.
Um, so today we're going to be just in general talking about the Spidertank project, talking about Dittmar, talking about everything that his company is working on right now, and what it would be like having them as part of the Gala Games ecosystem. There's going to be a couple quick introductions, and then after that, what we're going to do is we're going to be taking questions from our Discord. If you're not a member of our Discord, I highly recommend you join. You can join us at galagames.chat. And we will be taking questions from inside the Spider-Tank Discussion board. If you drop into general and you say, "Where do I ask questions about Spider-Tank?" Somebody will point you in the right direction. So, wait, you changed it to the chicken tank?
Executioner chicken.
Oh,
Execution chair.
oh
Did you get your
gosh.
tattoo already, Eric?
Not yet. Soon.
Not yet? Great.
Soon we'll go get matching executioner chicken tattoos. So, Dittmar, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I'm Dittmar. I'm the owner of Game Media. We were around for like 40 years, and even before that time, I was active in the game industry. I started out at the Lost Boys, which later turned into Guerrilla Games, which is acquired by Sony, which is one of the biggest Dutch companies actually. And since 2007, we create a lot of partnership games together with big IPs like Lionel Messi, for example, but mostly for television shows, which are aired internationally. So pretty sure you know some of them, even in the UK and in the US. So One versus 100, British Bake Off, or Survivor, or titles like that. We do a lot of games or apps or fun stuff for them. And next to that, we created our own IP since 2016. So we started out with smaller titles for mobile, like Hicks and Treasure Temples, and later we were moving a bit to consoles as well. And right now we have two exciting projects going on, I think, which are both multiplayer games. The one is this one. This is the Spider-Tank game, and we have another one, somehow a bit bigger game for consoles in development as well. So those are the two biggest titles we have at the moment, and we have some smaller things going on, but pretty much everything is on hold because we're focusing on this title at the moment.
Awesome. Well, we're very happy to have you focusing on this title. I think that the community is absolutely going to love Spider Tanks. I know that I have played the hell out of it and absolutely love it.
Great.
Every time the whole
Dittmar,
team.
would it be against your NDAs to show us a video of the other game in development just to give the community a sense of how freaking badass you guys are?
Yeah, I can look it up. Didn't prepare
Jason, do
Yeah,
you
for it,
remember
but
how
I,
epic this
I
video?
oh I
maybe
do
I can share.
remember. Okay, how about this, Dittmer? Send me a link in Slack, and I will queue it up, and we'll play it over the top of all of this.
Sure. Just a minute. I'll try to check if I can share it as my background here. I think I
No, no,
have it
no, no, no,
somewhere.
no. We need the full epicness. It's got to go across on the full
Right.
stream.
You
Just
have
send
audio
it
on
to
there
me.
too, right?
Yeah, I can get audio
Absolutely.
and
Let me.
So Dittmar, while you're getting that up, I want to just share a little story. So I woke up pretty early this morning, and I saw,
you did. You did
Yeah,
wake up pretty early this morning. You
yeah,
did.
before
You woke
you,
up
Jason.
earlier than me and then started
Tukker.
leaking. Unacceptable.
I knew it. Anyway, so as soon as I saw that chicken, I said to myself, no joke, I have to have one. I'm gonna buy one. I am literally going to buy one of these. I'm gonna be one of the buyers of probably the highest level chicken tank out there. Yeah, it was like an instant FOMO sensation this morning. Like I woke up in FOMO.
Great to hear. Yeah.
What is like? I think I have like FOTLO, fear of things leaking out. I feel that that's a thing that I have.
You should have that.
Seriously, I wake up every morning, guys. I wake up every morning, and it's kind of like Captain Picard, right? After we get hit by a massive photon torpedo, damage report, and I drop into Discord and see what Eric has said while I was not looking. Okay,
You know
got
what
something
my wife
from.
says to me? She's like, you can never keep a secret. Like as soon as I have something for like a anniversary or a birthday or anything, I tell her right away.
By the
So
way,
it's like-
yeah, it was kind of nice for us to see. We got so excited this morning.
Oh goodness, yeah.
So yeah, it was really great that you shared it already.
Okay, one
So I
second.
dropped you the link, Jason.
Yeah, I got the link. I'm pulling. I'm making it so that I can actually throw
I
it
think
in
this
here.
will be the first time we will show it in public.
Oh God, guys! So this means that you're getting an alpha leak of
In a leak.
in
It's
a
double
leak.
I guess.
This is crazy. This is too many leaks.
we should probably be running a radio station,
We oh, God.
like gameleaks.com or
Game
something.
leaks.
Yeah, that's hey.
Every day we
that's
leak stuff. Yeah, we can
Okay,
do
so
that.
I'm gonna go ahead and add in a media source. Sorry, I have to do this on the fly, guys. I honestly
Yeah,
wasn't
sure.
expecting to do leaks on leaks on leaks here.
Pretty soon, Jason will be like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't see you asking for the Zoom link, Eric."
Yeah, sorry, man. I don't know what happened. It just whoops-a-daisy. Okay, browse.
What's going on in Discord? They're liking
Oh,
all the
I'm
banter.
sure they are.
I can see my volume is a bit low. Jason, can you turn it up a bit?
Oh, are you? Sorry, I wasn't.
Yeah, I see
watching
somebody
that.
says at 777 says
Uh-oh.
too much things going on.
Too many things going
Panic.
on. I got.
Panic.
They had to stop it really quick because it's not correctly sized. Oh, they're gonna see that. Okay, hold on. Let me just do that again, and make sure that the volume was coming through on that.
Is it just gonna go for this? Are we gonna see it, or is it just gonna be on the stream?
It's gonna be on the stream. It's gonna be on the stream. Did you guys hear the audio for that? Hold on, I just want to
No,
make sure
not
that
yet.
the audio. And I will turn you up. Okay, awesome. The audio was there, so let me turn you up for a second, Dittmar, and then can you talk for a second?
Yeah, sure. Is
Okay,
it loud
keep-
enough? Just one, two,
Let's
three.
do this, advanced audio properties, and we're going to give you.
Who was it the other day that was complaining about dead air? It's pretty much my fault, I would say.
This one's on you, man.
Yeah, I throw curveballs, and then there's dead air.
So are there any Dutch people in the community
Oh.
right now?
Oh yeah, let's see that.
Be fun. Just say something in the Discord.
Okay, I've increased your volume as high as it goes. Hopefully that works.
Haha, Minne.
Yeah, that looks better.
Hoor. Hey Minne, ik mis je ook jongen. Ik mis je ook. We zijn zo terug.
Oh gosh. Okay. I'm gonna turn this back on and then expand it here.
Nederland, yeah, Justin. Die werkt bij Game Media. He's working at Game Media, so they're watching the stream as well.
Nice.
So the only thing I just remember from the video you're about to share, the audio isn't ours. It's from I think a France hard rock band. So
Oh, cool. That'll be fun.
we're not copyrighted it yet, so sorry boys. I will shout it. I will promise I will do something for you back. Ik zeker wel goed. Thanks, Doug. Did you notice the crawling? Thanks. That's actually what this game is all about. I should wait for the PFM before I
It's almost done.
confusion.
Okay.
Yes, is it done?
It is done.
Yes.
It is done. What did you guys think of that, huh?
Yeah. I see some amazing comments, so that's good to see. Because we haven't shared it yet, so.
Nice. I'm glad YouTube is liking
exciting
that.
for us.
Okay. So as cool as that is, I want to bring it back to the
Yeah.
Spidertank project that is going on behind you. So, thank you for sharing.
But
that,
actually,
by the way.
there are a lot of things from the previous videos you showed are in this game as well. So we developed a whole crawling system. It's procedural animation technology. We created for that game, and we pretty much use it for this game as well. So that's quite cool, we think, as well.
Nice. I absolutely love the one of the things that you shared with us during one of our developer chats is you talked about the procedural animation for the crawling and how all of the legs are animated, and so if you know one leg were to be damaged or something like that, it would change the movement dynamics.
Exactly.
I think that's super cool. I think that's a really cool.
You can shoot legs off, and it will walk differently according to the new physics that will be there at that time. So it's actually no animations at all. It's all generated. It's all calculated by physics instead. So that's a lot of fun. It's actually a bit in this game as well, although it's a bit more lightweight because this is a more casual game.
Right.
Or we actually tried to make it a mobile game at first, so
I think that this is going to be super cool.
But
so
thanks.
In terms of, I have just a couple more general questions that I'd like to ask. The first is about player ownership of assets. That's one of the things that we feel is obviously super important about blockchain gaming. What are your thoughts around that as a general concept?
Well, in general, I talked to Michael McCartney as well in the very first phase of meeting you guys. And I think we both got very excited about the things that you actually own part of the game or part of the assets. Or as a player, you spend a lot of time inside a game. I spent millions of hours in Diablo 3, and in the end, you throw it just away. But you want to play along with this game. You want to continue with this badass sword you're just finding, or it's not only in Diablo, but it's also happening in Darksiders or something like that. You make progress during the game, and once you're a badass dude, the game is over, and you just fight an end boss, and then it's done. But these kind of games, it's keep on developing, I guess. I hope so. Actually, I'm very excited about this.
Yeah,
So you not only spend your time, you might get something back for it as well. So that's what I think is the fun part for players.
oh, absolutely. And then in terms of your own personal gaming history, what would you say a couple of the games that have influenced you the most um, as a gamer and as a developer have been? Like you mentioned Diablo 3.
Yeah, Diablo 3 is one of and 2 obviously. But I also played a lot of Quake. I used to be quite good at this, but now I really suck. I still play it from time to time, so I really enjoy that game. But we also got inspired by Titanfall, for example, and but also from much smaller games from Supercell, Clash Royale or something. Those are also the games I really enjoy, and I really love shoot 'em ups. Xenon 2 was one of my favorite games back in the days. I really love those games.
Hmm. Do
Yeah.
you do you have any questions that you would like answered, Eric?
Oh, I'm sure I will. I'm letting you do your like let the community ask the questions, and then
Right.
I'll throw a
Sure.
curveball in there later.
You
Sure.
curveballs?
What?
What?
Yeah.
Okay, everybody.
Well,
So
maybe more in general speaking, the game is a free-to-play PvP real-time brawler game we're developing right now. I don't know if anybody noticed already in the videos. But yeah, we kind of love that genre as well.
mm,
So you fight
awesome.
it's three
Well,
versus three. You battle each other in a small arena for 3 to 5 minutes. And there are different game modes in this game, which I think they're a lot of fun. Uh, yeah, and there's a lot of content, and there are a lot of game modes and maps in this game. So they're going to
Here's a
be.
really good question. This is
wait,
more
wait,
of a
wait, wait, wait.
discussion
But
item.
before we do that, 1 second. Let me give the context here for what we're doing. Right now, we're doing an AMA that is specifically about bringing this game to the Gala Games ecosystem.
Yeah.
There's currently a node vote going, so if you are a node operator and you open your node, you can go to vote on whether or not to accept the Spidertank project as yet unnamed to the Gala Games ecosystem. And now with that, I think that this is a great point for going where you were going with that, Eric.
Okay, let's see if you guess where I was going. So Groove asked a really cool question. Haha, you knew it.
I
Okay.
knew exactly where you're going. I just wanted to get the context before we got to the questions.
I mean, I love this question, and this kind of goes to the heart of the whole project. But it's more of a, I think, a, a starting point for a dialogue with us and you, Dittmar. So
Yeah.
he asks, I'm assuming it's a he. The article mentions that this is free to play, and then goes on to say that NFTs can be upgraded via play to earn mechanic. You've probably read this question. Is the play to earn mechanic available to free to play players? And that presupposes one really important thing, that all of the free to play players have a wallet, and we give them an NFT. I personally don't. I'm not going to speak for you, Dittmar, but I'm personally very comfortable with that idea because it's very much in line with the vision I see for the future of somebody anywhere in the world spending time turning something that had no value into something incredibly valuable. But let's hear what you have to say, Dittmar, about it, because this is your game.
Yeah, actually, I woke up this morning and asked myself the same question: from how are we going to handle the people who just are free to play, like younger people or people who don't want to spend but still want to earn? I think that's a really interesting question. For the other peoples, we have NFTs which you can upgrade and can sell again, to be clear. But for the free items, yeah, I think we should search for a solution for those as well. And I think we're still in the early phase at the moment, so we have to figure out how the backend of Gala Games still works and what are the possibilities. But yeah, it would be amazing if we could also add value to the free-to-play players in the end.
What I
That
think
would be
would be kind
awesome.
of fun is if we had almost like events around this where we say, hey, we're gonna, let's say we're doing like a beta, and anyone who wants to play can play for free. You'll get an NFT if you play. Um,
Yeah, we could give one away for free. I mean, yeah, that's a good starting point, I guess.
yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, I
I
think
Yeah.
everyone's going to need a basic tank to play too. So I mean, there's probably something there that has to happen.
Yeah, for those players, there are a bunch of tanks, free-to-play tanks you can play and upgrade in this game. So there will be more than enough, I guess. But on the other side, I think we have to maybe think about making all the tanks NFTs or something like that.
Yeah, I think that ultimately with Gala Chain, pretty much anything that you have, whether it's a something that you've received just playing the game or something that you have purchased on Gala Chain will be an NFT item. Um, I think that that's definitely something that we should aim to achieve. Now,
Yeah,
obviously, the free to play, like completely free to play ones, will not have the same scarcity and whatnot as the ones that have been fully upgraded and things like that. But I think that having that mechanism available to everyone is an important thing.
yeah, we should definitely
I mean,
have a
if
meeting
I
about
was
that.
in the community, I would call bullshit if we didn't allow that.
Don't worry, if we didn't allow that, a lot of the community would call bullshit. I can name a good half dozen of them off the top of my head. I was gonna say I could name half a dozen of them on one hand, but I don't have that many fingers. Um, okay, let's see here.
Six
Um,
fingered
Yeah.
my
Uh,
name is Inigo Montoya. Uh, okay, what is the basic concept of the play to earn? Sivorg asks. Do you have any thoughts
uh,
on that?
well, it's a bit in similarity to the previous question. You can buy an NFT item with a very low level one item. It could be maybe payable for you, but during the once you gain experience in the game and you gain experience for by playing battles, you earn experience and money as well. And with that, you also collect cards, which are meant to be so you can produce new items. It's like blueprints or something similar to that principle. So you have to first have to find 60 or something like that blueprints before you can buy build a new tank.
Awesome.
I'll like to take a stab at that little question too, because I think it's almost philosophical. At least I took it anyway.
Right.
Play to earn is different from free to play and even pay to win and all that kind of stuff. Play to earn basically at the fundamental layer, in my opinion, means that what you do creates value. Playing the game creates value for yourself and for others, and that value that you've accrued, that you've created, can be transferred over the blockchain to whoever you want it to be. That's how I view play to earn.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Time is value. The more time you spend
Yeah,
working on something, the more time you spend upgrading something, the stronger
yeah,
that thing becomes. Um, we give you the whole point here is to give you the ability to move that somewhere, to share it with someone else.
yeah,
And if you're able to do that, then suddenly you have what is a super fun game that you enjoy playing, and then you've got this tank that you've upgraded to the max level that you can then sell to somebody else who wants to jump in and get a head start. That I think is
exactly.
critical.
Yeah, and besides it, or on top of that, we have a semi-random system. So you can upgrade your tank, but there's also a bit random numbers increasing your strength or your power or anything. So if you're a bit lucky, you're developing some unique tank there. So it will be more valuable to sell in the marketplace.
Right.
And I think that's really exciting because that's one of the things I loved in Diablo.
Right. I'd
Just
like to
find a specific weapon with gem slots or fire damage, etc. And if you upgrade it precisely at the right time with the best ingredients, you have a better chance to craft it a little bit better than
Right.
others, and then it will be a more valuable item.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that, and that's very much the way that I'm thinking about this as well. I'd like to take a question really quick from, I guess that's just Ideas. Will there be a white paper for this? No, there will not be a white paper. White papers are very much the not gaming side of blockchain gaming, and we focus on the game. We want to bring amazing games to people, and we don't believe that amazing games require white papers.
I see a question from some guy who calls himself Jesse Hines.
Jesse
Jesse,
Hines. Jesse
Dittmar,
Hines is
what
a
do you
legal
do
exemplar.
outside of creating super awesome games for fun? Well, I might be disappointing you. I don't do a lot of other things than that. I just sleep a bit and I create games. And from time to time, I enjoy free time with my family and go to dinner. But pretty much, I'm a workaholic. So I said it. I'm a
So
workaholic. Sorry.
that's okay. You're in good company here on this call.
Yeah.
Eric and I have been known to pick up our first call in the morning to talk about things, 4:35 in the morning, and finish out our last call at 11 p.m. or something like that. So
Yeah.
definitely.
No, it's funny you say that because I was just talking to somebody the other day about this. It's like I could spend my time going to the sports bar, watching sports for a few hours, drinking beers, or I could go to like a tailgate party and spend 5 or 6 hours in the barbecuing and watching sports or whatever. I don't do those things. I work. That's what I like to do. And I don't even think of it as work. I like to create
This is
things.
fun. This is fun.
It's like my artistic expression is this.
This is the same for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I really love to make something awesome with my team together. And yeah, that's the nicest thing to me. One of the nicest things to me.
Yeah,
Make something awesome with the team, with the best of the programmers, with the best combined with the artists. Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
doesn't get better than that. I love the problem solving aspect. The okay, we have a challenge here. How do we fix this challenge? I think that's a lot of fun. Okay, let's see here. Groove, who is just a fount of good questions, as per usual, asks, are there any plans for a solo element to the game? Building, planning, upgrading, training, etc.?
Yes. The short answer is yes, and I think there will be a sort of a hunting ground or practice ground where you can practice your new tank or your new ability or your new weapon pretty easily. And maybe later on we also can do some other fun stuff. So maybe a little co-op mode or something like that. But that's pre launch, I guess. But I think that would be a lot of fun and not that hard to make for us.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I've got a question, and this is sort of a question for Eric almost. It's one of those more philosophical questions, and it's something that I've seen in other projects, and it's something that I like. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the sort of Axie scholarship program, where people will take Axies and they create these scholarship programs where they lend them to other people who then do the playing for them. On one hand, because this is actually legitimately free to play, you don't need to have something to be able to play. So it's not quite like Axie where you have to go buy a bunch of Axies before you're able to do anything. But how do you feel, Eric, about the idea of allowing people to delegate NFTs to other people for purposes like that?
You came perilously close to exceeding my buffer there with that question.
Sorry. TLDR. Do you like?
Too long, didn't listen. TLDL.
Sorry. I'll try to be a little more concise.
I have ADHD or something.
Yes,
like
I do. It's your superpower.
Here's my view on that. What I hope to see happen is that there are tournaments that there are huge in-person events where people are taking their massively upgraded spider tanks, and maybe you have like a patron who owns 6 spider tanks, and he's got a team who he's like supporting or she's supporting, and they're coming into the arena, and he's like, okay, here you go, here's the smart contract that lets me lend you this totally epic spider tank for the battle, and then when the big tournament's over, I'm going to get it back. And we have this agreement where we'll split the winnings. Or I really hope for something like that here, that you have these like ladders or these tiers of tournaments, and that you have people all over the world who are trying to play and compete and get up into the higher level. And people are winning Gala, they're winning the tank coin, and people are feeling like there's just so much here and there's so much opportunity, that people have almost like a professional sports league that builds like around this. That's what I
I
hope.
love that idea. And the other thing that I really like about this, and this is one of the things that's fantastic about blockchain gaming, is that that doesn't necessarily depend on us to internally create that. Like anyone can go and create that smart contract and say, hey, I'm going to create a smart contract based tank lending program and do this as an external third party. Totally possible.
That's so right.
You actually can lease a tank from somebody. It would be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that that's definitely something that that can and should be possible. I think that would have to one way that we can potentially do that is tap into our friends over at Polyant Gaming, because I know that they would be able to help facilitate something like that. Now, I've got a question here from Mega Raid Boss in our Discord, which, by the way, any of you who are listening to this on YouTube, Periscope, Twitch, any of those places, and you have a question that you want to ask, normally I would be answering some of your questions, but we're only taking questions from Discord right now for this, so join our Discord at galagames.chat and jump on into the Spidertank discussion board and ask your question. But Mega Raid Boss asks, in regards to various PvP modes, what are it says what are all of the available PvP matchup numbers? I'm going to take that as a more of a philosophical question and say, can we have larger matches? Because I know when we did internally, we had, what was it, probably 8v8 at one point in time.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think we were with 20 people playing in one arena,
Yeah,
and that was a chaotic battle, but
it was
actually
awesome.
also is very fun. It was awesome.
It was
as well.
awesome. Team Blue wins all the time.
Yeah,
Team Red can go
we
straight
could
to
do
hell.
something like that in the future, or we could investigate on bigger maps. That would be fun as well. So it would be fun for me to do more of a battle royale kind of game inside this one. It would be a lot of fun. But we have to adjust a lot of things for that as well, like interface and like game modes as well. But I think that's totally doable.
I would love to have like a massive 64 v 64 tank war across a giant map. That'd be super fun. Okay, goodness, there's so many questions.
That would be interesting. I like the chaos.
It's fun, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Gingerbread Man asks, Landon Buildings were mentioned in the proposal Gala posted. How are these going to be implemented into the game? What kind of benefits would you get from owning them? Now, before you answer this question,
Sure.
I would just go ahead and say, as a reminder to everyone listening, that anything that is said right here is subject to change. There are things obviously that are in motion and being worked on, but things can move over time. So just be aware of that. Okay, continue.
Yeah, this one is a new feature we've talked about with the team of Gala. We come up with a couple of new things like factories and buildings. And you can place a factory or building on a map if you buy one, and it will generate resources for you during the battle. So you don't have to do anything, but you keep on crafting the resources, or get some gold, or get something for having your building on this. But you can also own a factory which can do special things. So maybe if you want to upgrade your tank to a more powerful tank, and you know if there's a factory of somebody who owns that factory, and you have a better chance of increasing your range or your armor, you can go to his factory to upgrade it. That's something we've talked about and we've investigated in. So that would be a lot of fun and it gives a lot of value for players, I guess. If you own that factory, everybody comes to your factory and says, hey man, I need a better armor, a better shield, or of a chance of getting a better stats out of this.
I really like that idea.
Yeah, I love it.
You know, I kind of imagine when I imagine that, I imagine a bit of a world map, you know, where I can like see all the different factories, the different levels of those factories, and like I don't know. So I don't. This is a little bit of brainstorming, Dittmar, but one of the things I really
Yeah,
loved about World of Warcraft was I was running a gnome mage, right? And I forget what the recipe was, but it was like it was a potion that we would use
yeah, exactly. I
our
know
raid
it.
dungeons. I was the only person in the
Yeah,
entire guild who had that potion recipe. So every time we wanted to go raid like
yeah,
multi-core or like, you know, Anoxia or something like that, they would
yeah,
say, "Hey, Eric, I need you to go. You know, we need like 20 of these potions." And it felt really good to me. Like I
yeah,
legitimately was
exactly.
like, I'm actually an important part of this team.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that's a fun and very valuable thing for players. Yeah,
So
would be a
like
lot of
I kind
fun.
of imagine
I
something like that here. Like I'm the only guy right now. Let's say we could do something fun, right? We say we're gonna release one of these recipes, and it's for like the BFG. If you want a BFG on your tank, you got to go to Dittmar's factory because he's the only one in the whole world who can produce
yeah,
the BFG,
yeah.
and he's going to
I
get a
think
cut of whatever resources that
yeah,
you know.
Love
exactly.
it.
Yeah, that would be great. I think that would be great for players and for owners as well. I think
Yeah.
it would create a lot of value for
And
players and a lot of fun.
just to answer a couple questions that I'm seeing here in the chat, when will this be playable? We're doing a Gala Gold play test with actually two of them, with 1,000 seats open each this Wednesday, I believe. Is that correct?
It's great.
So when will this be able to be played? Wednesday is a good answer.
Wednesday. Yeah,
Um,
that's
we
soon. Yeah, that's soon.
we have played this game internally, and it is a riot. And in fact, one of the things that I would like to do is I would like to encourage people who are streamers. Okay, if you are a streamer, okay, I'm working on putting together like a little bit of a streaming contest or something like that. I would like to get people streaming maybe like the best tank kills or something like that. So let's see if we can take over Twitch on Wednesday with this. I think that that would be really, really, really cool. So if you know a streamer, reach out to them. Let's get them involved, and let the entire world know about the Spidertank project. Got a question for you, Eric.
Me.
Yeah, for you. I'll keep it short. Does Gala Games plan to sponsor a gaming league built around this game?
Ooh, I hadn't even thought about it, but fuck yeah, let's
There,
totally do that. That sounds
there.
epic.
Hashtag fuck yeah. There you
Yeah,
go. How's that,
that's
Banjo
badass.
Samurai?
I love that idea. In fact, I'll do one up. We'll host a gaming competition
I
for
know what you're
spider
gonna say.
tanks at Galacon.
There you go. A live in-person gaming competition at Galacon in Las Vegas for spider tanks.
Fuck yeah. That's
There.
badass.
There.
Who asked that question?
That was Banjo Samurai.
Right on, Banjo. That was a brilliant idea. You just made Galacon that much more fun. Um, Next question will be, what's the prize pool?
Exactly. Now
Any
I'm
ideas?
interested.
Any ideas?
Don't ask me now. I'll be like,
Okay.
$1 billion. Not doing that, but
Uh,
I'm too excited.
I
Gotta
love it.
think about it.
I'm glad you guys liked my sliding in and out. I have some ravens outside that have gotten very, very noisy in the morning. So sorry about that.
I don't hear anything.
Dittmar, will you come for the convention in Galacon in Vegas?
Sounds like yeah, sounds like fun. When is it?
We're nailing down the exact date, but it's going to be absolutely epic.
Yeah,
We're
It's
gonna do
going
like Dungeons and Dragons campaigns. There'll be like a little chill out room where you can play board games, um, that kind of thing. It's gonna be, geek fest.
will the question is, will there be a really big chicken tank in real life?
I don't see
Can
why there couldn't be. I know the guy who builds a lot of those gigantic. Oh, what the hell is his name? He actually interviewed me.
That would be
For
awesome.
no, he makes the giant props for like conventions, like the 30 foot
Yeah,
tall things. Oh gosh, what is his
I
name?
love
He
those
wears
things.
a hat. He interviewed me after Digicon once. Carrie, come on, you gotta know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, we need
Um,
that guy.
find who I'm talking about.
We need Chicken Tank.
We need
We need a
chicken tank,
giant
a big
chicken tank.
one.
And if I remember correctly, he's actually based in Vegas. I feel like he's based in Vegas. So we should just get him the 3D model in advance and get that. I think he does giant 3D printing. I think is how he does it.
Wow,
I think that needs to be a thing.
that would be awesome.
That has to be a thing.
That would be awesome. Hope COVID is cleared by then.
That's
I
yeah.
think so.
That's definitely going to be a thing. Gigantic chicken tank. Let's see here. Everyone's very happy that Banjo Samurai has changed the universe by asking that question.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That was a good question.
Okay, so if you get an in-game upgrade from factories, do they reset at the end of the match?
How do you mean? How do they reset?
Exactly. How could they reset? It's an NFT, guys. If you upgrade it, you have changed it. That is now the thing.
You cannot go back.
Exactly. You can't go back.
You
So
can.
once you make
There's
something
one way.
awesome, exactly. Okay. Let's see here. So many memes, so many pictures. Okay.
Do you have any good questions in the Discord here? How frequent will the balance changes
Oh,
be? I think that's gonna be a really interesting one, guys.
yeah,
Like
I agree.
if we nerf something or we buff something, people are gonna be like,
Yeah,
rug pull.
yeah, yeah.
But at the same
Exactly.
time, you do have to, and this is a super important thing. You do have to, as a game designer, be able to make balance changes because these things can. If something breaks the game, you have to be able to fix it. So that's a very interesting philosophical
Yeah,
question there.
yeah, and also you want to, as a player, you're also interested in adding new stuff to this game, and not only the new maps or new game modes, but it would also be fun for everybody that there will eventually be another badass hero that you can own or you can find in this game, and that will impact has a bit impact on the gameplay, or we need to balance stuff, or yeah, but it's a difficult question with NFTs, but that's we're really looking into that, and we really want to pinpoint it as good
Right.
as can be from the start. But we, yeah, it's almost hard to promise that there won't be any small changes. But I think we have to be really be careful with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we pretty much have to just say it, guys. It's gonna change. You know,
Yeah.
if if something's too OP and people are
Yeah,
not enjoying the game anymore.
you see it in most of the games. You see some things get nerfed, some things will increase in stats, and it takes a lot of time to balance it quite right.
Yeah, and all of the calculations and all of the economics that you may do in terms of how the gameplay works out will absolutely not compare to 50,000 people playing the game all day every day. in terms
All
of
right,
the
guys,
data.
there's a question here. Just gonna take this one head on.
Do it.
It's gonna be a little controversial. Fluff asks, do the NFT purchases create an advantage in game over free tanks? All right, guys. Here's where I'm gonna get a little controversial. No, but I don't know of a single human being out there that complains about Magic the Gathering being pay to win. I've never heard of it. I don't see people complaining about Major League Baseball or the NFL or football in Europe being pay to win, but it is, right? Like those guys are getting paid enormous salaries. They're being supported by incredible teams that I'm not going to be able to walk in there and be like, hey, I'm going to compete with you guys on the level just
So,
because I want to.
so
Um,
do you mean to tell me that like the crappy steel frame Huffy bike I had won't allow me to compete in the Tour de France?
yeah, right.
You're
Yeah.
kidding.
So it's a fact. It's a fact of life that sometimes things have more value than others. We're not playing. We're not playing. Let's all be the same.
Right.
And
I would not necessarily counter that, but I would say that that's one of the beautiful things about the play to earn mechanism as well, because you have the
Yeah.
ability to work to upgrade something to make
yeah,
it awesome. Like when
you
you
got
start,
time. You
yeah,
got money. Which one are you going to spend?
exactly.
Right. If you
Exactly.
got more time than you have money, well, you spend your time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think that's a fair deal.
yeah, I absolutely think. Some people want some spider companions for Mirandus. I really like that idea.
Spider companions sounds crazy.
Okay, let's see. Can we see you guys play the game? Um, I don't
You want to
think
watch
at this.
me get killed over and over again?
Yeah, that just seems like it's going to be
I
embarrassing
got my
for
ass
us.
handed to me
Well,
in that play test. I was like, rage quit. Fuck this shit. I'm
You
out.
did. You actually did.
well,
You're like, that's it. I can't do it anymore.
you can play it on Wednesday. Come join us.
Yeah,
You can play it for
there
yourself.
you go. There you
You can
go.
shoot us.
On
I'll
what
play. I'll play on
criteria?
Wednesday. You guys can kick my ass.
Yeah.
On what
Same
criteria the
here.
alpha testers from Gala Gold are going to get picked? Captain Jack Sparrow asks. I think, as far as I know, it's going to be whoever gets in there first. So if you get in and start playing, you're in. If we run out of seats, then I kind of like with the Mirandus test last week or the week before. Last week was a little busy. It was people were pretty good about playing for a while and then dropping out so that the next person could come in and play. So I think that we'll probably see something similar. I think everybody wants everybody to get a chance to jump in there.
Do we even have 1,000 Gala Gold members?
Um, we don't, but I am 1000% certain that there are probably going to be extra people dragged into this.
Oh,
Um,
because once the links share, they'd be like, "Hey, buddy,
exactly,
someone's gonna
exactly.
put it on Twitter." So- okay, someone
AMA
will leak it
question.
into general too.
I'm sure someone. Do you have any ideas of who that person might be, Eric? Do you know of
Somebody leak
anyone
things
who
around here?
leaks things into general?
No, no, no. This is a Gala Gold perk, guys. I'm not gonna screw that up.
There you go.
What's in your background, Eric? What is it?
Oh, never mind my background.
Okay, sorry, Dave.
Look at my T-shirt.
Yeah.
um, let's see. Will there be different tank builds? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell them
Definitely.
about the different tank builds, Dittmar?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of tank builds, and there vary in light tanks that are pretty fast.
How many
traveling
how
in
many
the-
bodies and weapons do you have right now?
Right now, I don't know. I'm not for sure how many there are, but I think 10 or so, 8, 10, maybe. But I think there's a whole bunch already. And they vary from light to heavy. So if you have a heavy tank, you can see someone in the background of my video here. But it has more armor, but it also moves slower. Those tanks can vary. And we have a hoovering vehicle as well, and there are going to be a lot of different tanks. And you can see in the videos as well, some have 2 legs. There are called walkers. They're more like the chicken. But there are also vehicles who have a lot of legs, like 6 or maybe 8. or none, maybe none. The
Nice.
floating one.
Let's see here.
I want to propose an idea. So like, uh, what do you guys think about if if we have um we have these tanks that are going to be upgraded, right? And they're going to be pretty expensive at some point. How do you feel about pairing somebody with like a level one noob mobile with a fully maxed out level whatever mega chicken tank? Are we gonna like keep them away from each other, or are we gonna like let you like spawn camp a bunch of noobs?
Yeah, I think we should have some matchmaking system for leveling players. So you don't want to be a newbie who just starting out. You run into three chin tanks or maxed out tanks. It wouldn't be fun for nobody. So yeah, we have to definitely do some matchmaking there. And usually, what we do, we search in a circle around you for the matching players, and we just increase the bandwidth of the players who are near you and the closest to you in level or experience. That's the most
Nice.
fun.
I got a question here from Mal. Will there be a workshop type area where you can pick and choose your attachments and see all the stats as you add and remove things?
Yeah, obviously, yeah. Such a game cannot go without a garage, I think.
There you go.
So
There's gonna be a
there will
garage,
be
Mal.
yeah, there's a garage, and it's also available in the alpha test already. Not everything is already available for everybody at that time. We, we, we will showing that the next time, I guess. But there you can assimilate your tank bodies together. So you basically pick one tank body, and on top of that you can choose a weapon type, and next to that you can have some slots for abilities, so you can put it in as well. So I think we didn't have to talk about abilities, but there are going to be abilities as well, also upgradable, etc. So stuff like grenades or turrets or shields or repair units or drones, etc., etc.
Drones.
Stuff, fun
That's
stuff.
epic. I just
Somebody
watched
who's
Tomorrow War, and they had this really cool shot where there was a helicopter coming in, and they had two drones like flanking it as it was flying in. I was like, damn, that's pretty badass.
yeah.
Sounds
There's
cool.
some really cool stuff.
Yeah, I think you're gonna love our shop as well because I think there's gonna be a real robotic garage. I saw the assets already. I think it's gonna be cool.
Yeah,
You know what I think
we've
we should do,
seen.
Dittmar? We should reskin this tank game and do like a BattleTech like version of this.
Yeah.
Imagine this is in the BattleTech universe set. Where you could like do you ever play BattleTech when you were a kid?
No,
No? Okay, well
no,
basically the
no.
premise of BattleTech is many years in the future, the civilization has ended, but you have these huge robots, and you can't really repair them because the technology doesn't really exist, right? So you're constantly swapping parts to like keep
Oh
your
yeah,
your mech moving. But
yeah,
imagine if that was all NFT based, and we're
Oh
we're in this
my
like
God.
post-apocalyptic world. I got a large, let's say like a large
yeah,
laser, and but I need some armor, or you have a
yeah.
heat sink. We're just trading.
It's actually one of the things we thought about for our other game, which you showed previously the video called the game called Stoda. We also thought about such a thing for that game. So you have to it's a more open world where you have to find body parts or can upgrade your tank or repair a tank as well. But
Eric,
it would be
can we
very
reach?
cool for this video for a game as well.
Yeah, I love that idea. And BattleTech, yes, is amazing. I really want to do something with Warhammer 40K though. I
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah,
I want to do
there
something there.
Hey,
there are some.
here's what we should do, guys. We should talk a little bit about some of the like the node things that people are going to
Mm.
care about. So
Hmm.
I think we should talk about the coin a little bit.
Yes, we should.
The coin? I didn't hear you right.
Yeah, the coin for this
Oh,
game. I
yeah.
think there's going to be two issues that the nodes are going to be interested in from an operational perspective. The first is discussion of the coin in general, and then also NFTs for node operators. Somebody asked a question earlier that said, when we do initial drops of tanks, is there going to be something for all of the node operators, or is it just going to be a few random people that get something? Do either of you have a thought or opinion on that?
Well, personally, I'm going to try to convince Dittmar that we should give everything at least one tank, one cool, unique node-specific tank
I like
to
that
all
idea.
of the node operators. That's what I believe. But
I like that.
Yeah, we should do that.
Okay, well there. So
Something
if
like
you're
the chicken tank, something
what
unique.
what we'll do then,
For the Guardian or something.
yeah, what we'll do is let's make we'll finalize the details here, but we'll pick a date and say, look, if you're operating your node on X date, you will receive one of these. And I believe Dittmar, correct me if I'm wrong, that a tank is actually a body plus a weapon, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that would be 2 NFTs for each operational node at a given date.
Yeah, maybe even 3 if you add the skin or the
Okay.
shader as well.
wow.
So somebody did a Photoshop of it looks like the tiger striped 2-legged tank body with a party hat on it. They would like to know if tanks will get hats. We should maybe do hats at some point.
We should. Yeah, there are already in the planning. I think
There you go.
we haven't done anything on that part, but they're on the planning to make props for tanks like flags or like hats or some fun stuff.
Another thing we should mention is that we're planning on having game specific nodes so that
Right.
any kind of like processing for the tank game that has to happen, that could be happening there on those nodes. And the current plan there is to allocate an entirely separate pool of coins for that group. So anyone who's curious about that, that's the current plan there. Do you want to talk a little bit about how we're imagining the coins are going to get minted, Jason?
Sure. So one of the things that we're working really hard on doing in terms of the distribution algorithm specifically for this is we've recognized that the way that the distribution happened with other things in the past, there's this perverse incentive in place that basically makes it so that the more nodes that are operational, the less everyone gets, which doesn't make people happy, obviously, and it creates this pushback against having more nodes online, because nobody wants there to be more nodes, because if there's more nodes, that means I have a lower probability of getting a cool NFT or whatever. So what we've done is we've said, okay, well, obviously, from a health of the network perspective, the most important thing for us is to make sure that we build a strong and robust, awesome network with as much capacity as possible. That means we need a lot of nodes. So with this, what we've done is we've completely rethought the entire distribution formula, and for the purposes of the Spidertank project, the way that this is going to work is the more nodes that are online, the more gets dropped. And it actually works out where at the very low end, it's a fairly low percentage, but as the number of nodes increases, that percentage gets larger and larger at a rate that is faster than the percentage of the nodes increasing. So you actually want people to be running nodes. So that's the way that we're looking at doing drops for both tank coin itself. Okay, that's what we're calling it, tank. It may be something different once the final name of the game has been chosen by the community, which we need to talk about as well, and for the NFTs. So for Fortune and Crypto, the number at the low end is 0.5%, which is the same amount as was dropped for the Mirandus exemplars. At the high end, with everybody running everything, it is 8.5%. And what we're looking at is we're looking to reach out to, basically sending out emails to all of the node owners, asking everybody to get their nodes online, start running IPFS, start building the strongest network possible, so that everything gets turned online. If all of the current nodes get turned online, it would, like, the ones that have been sold currently, I think we're at almost 30,000. It'd be somewhere in the neighborhood of 5%, which is 10 times the amount dropped to nodes with the exemplars. So that's the basic thing here.
I just saw another question from Baki Bruno. It's the question, what is the music style for this game? It's actually a good question. We didn't do anything about the music yet, but we're working with a very experienced guy. He does all our games. We're working together for all over the place for a lot of years. Jonathan van der Wijngaarden, he's a true specialist. He makes awesome music. I think he will come up with something. We don't usually say anything to him because he just makes something awesome.
That's how you know that you're dealing with good artists, when you don't actually have to give them any like hardcore direction or critique. It's just make an amazing thing for us, and they do that, and everybody's happy.
Yeah.
And for Lolo Calbo, that's the rough number. I can actually, 1 second. Let me just do that for you. I'll tell you. Do you mind if I just drop that number for them, Eric?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is that okay?
Sparhawk asked an interesting question. Are there any risks, legal or otherwise, that exists of a game being designed too similar to other games that might be out there in the market? He's mentioning Pico tanks is what immediately comes to mind for me. Look, I've done this a number of times. There's only so many things that you can like copyright or trademark or whatever here. If we stole Pico Tank's art, then that would be a problem. But you can't, they don't own the idea of tanks shooting at each other, or even, spider tanks shooting at each other or whatever. So no, I don't really think there is. The guys at Game Media are absolute pros. They know the ins and outs of what you can and can't do in this space, and so no, there's really no.
Yeah, obviously we adding a lot of unique stuff for this game. If you look at the spider things, I don't think there's any game yet to do it in this direction, art style or technical things. And also all the graphics will be unique, all the teams will be unique. We'll be adding new stuff. It's separated from other games as well. But yeah, it's a 3 versus 3 shooter game, which has been around for tens of years already. So we love this genre, and we want to make our own game on top of that.
Ed777 asks, what's the target launch date?
It depends on how many new ideas Eric will drop us, but initially it was. Can I say, Eric, when it?
Yeah, go ahead. No, I'll have to stick with that.
Q4 end of this year already, so that's pretty soon.
Yeah, that's. I think that there will. I'm hoping that we can get something out and then continue iterative growth and addition going forward.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Fluff asks, are there different game modes? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. There will be a lot of game modes. Currently, we have already 3 implemented. It's like the deathmatch, obviously, and also the capture the flag. But there's also one unique thing that's called the chicken collector. And you have to find golden chickens in the level and bring them to a collector point. It's crazy. It started out as a crazy idea, but it actually was pretty fun to play. So we're pretty serious about this game mode.
I love that. And quick question. Somebody asked, this will not be playable on mobile. Is that correct?
Well, we initially wanted to launch it on mobile and on the Nintendo Switch, but then we went Eric, uh, and we changed the plan, but we designed the whole thing around mobile,
Hmm.
and we are pretty much mobile experts as well. So maybe in the future we can
It could, it's possible
make a
then.
board or something like that, but we haven't talked about that yet. But it would be awesome. Would be awesome to play it
I
on
think it'd be
other.
fun to figure it out. I think
Yeah, what are the
we would have
possibilities
to
on
have
other platforms?
different types of monetization in the mobile version, but if your NFTs were playable on a mobile game, that would be epic.
Yeah.
I think that's very interesting because that's never been done before, and maybe we have another lawsuit with Epic or with Apple. I don't know, but I think I'm sure we can figure things out that can eventually work on another platform.
People
Would be
really
great
want
to.
to see the crane bot functional inside this. The crane bot from Townstar.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Okay.
We can make
So
some fun jokes.
I would like to start wrapping this up because all of us have other meetings that we have to get to today. Um, is there any last questions? We'll take one more awesome question. Ooh, Cranebot to repair tank teammates. I like that
Mm.
idea.
We have a couple of health and repair abilities in this game.
Oh, cool.
There is a special weapon that will do damage to enemies, but it can heal your allies. And there will be health packs you can drop, and there is repair zone. But maybe we can add something like that as well.
Family Man reminded me, please say something about the naming contest. Yes,
Yeah,
definitely. Naming contest. We need a name because we sat here and we're like, internally, we've been calling it Tanks, which is not the most compelling name I've ever heard. Um, and we're going with the Spidertank Project just so we can get it out there and get people talking about it. But we need your help as a community. There are insanely creative people out there. We would love to be able to get your feedback. What do you guys think would be a cool name?
And
Um,
who do you send that name to?
well, what I would like is I would like us to get and Carrie, who I know is listening, for now, drop those names in the Spider Tank suggestion board, which there is one I just saw a few minutes ago. Um, Drop them in there, and Carrie will create a Google form where you can drop in your Discord name and your name suggestion. What I think we're going to do is we're going to put a bunch of them out there to allow people to vote on the ones that they think are the coolest, just in general, and then we'll put the final vote after we remove anything that is we're not having Tanky McTank face, guys. Just to be clear, there is no Tanky McTank face, um, and or Spidey McSpide face. Just to be clear. And then once that's out there, then people will be able to vote, and then we'll put it to a node vote. I think for the final naming part of this, and whoever's name is chosen will receive an awesome NFT, a truly awesome one. So if the community votes, yes. So one of the interesting things about this is uh, there are different things that the community and the nodes can vote on. This is one thing that Game Media has decided to let the community help to inform, but it's not like a governance thing for how nodes work. So it's not really, it's more of a suggestion than it is
yeah, we
a
need some inspiration for a really good name.
yeah, exactly. Okay. So I said we were gonna do. Wait, Carrie isn't doing a damn thing till you answer her question. What was her question? I didn't see it. Um, are the tanks living or piloted? That's a good question. That is her question.
That's a
We'll make
good
that the
question.
last one.
That's a good question.
Look,
There are no pilots in this one
okay, there we go. So
at this time.
they are probably you are the pilot and they are a drone that you control on the battlefield.
Yeah, or use your fantasy, stick one in. It's all good. But it's not official in this game at this time. It would be really great to have some in the end, but it will be more complex.
Yeah, for sure. Well, guys, thank you very much for joining in. Do either of you have anything that you'd like to say as a closing thought?
Well, I think you should join Gala Gold, guys, so you can play the game. And tell everybody, you know, like, let people know about what's happening here.
For sure.
I want to reiterate Jason's point about, like, let's get some Twitch streamers and other streamers in here to like really show off what these guys have built, because these guys are really good at what they do.
Can we I'm not entirely 100% positive how the homepage of Twitch works. But can we say that there's a special NFT if somebody manages to get them playing spider tanks on the Twitch homepage?
Yeah, I think we can say that.
Okay, so if you get your, and I don't mean Photoshop, I mean you have to legitimately get there with viewers and whatnot. There will be an awesome NFT in store for you if you're able to do that. Okay, it's randomly. Might need to get a big streamer for that. Well, guys, get on it. You guys know the big streamers. So somebody get the God guy involved. Maybe he'd like to play.
Yeah, I see Ed 777 is asking on which platforms again, so I didn't think I was clear about it, but it will be on Windows and Mac at initial launch.
Will on this Wednesday, what will it be? Will it be
this Wednesday? It will be for PC only.
Okay, PC only. Sorry, Mac people. It's one of the sad things about having a Mac. The God guy. Somebody knows who I'm talking about with the God guy. Anyway. Okay, guys. So thank you very much for joining us for this AMA. We appreciate it. It's been fun. Look forward to playing this with everybody on Wednesday. I am probably going to live stream myself getting my ass, completely destroyed by a bunch of people in the tank game and on Wednesday, and that should be interesting. And yeah, we'll go from there.
Yeah. And I want to thank all the people in the community for asking me not to create a beard. Thank you so much.
That you heard that. That was I think somebody maybe we'll save that for the next AMA. We'll make Dittmar.
No, it's let's quit this one.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Okay, guys. Thank you very much. Peace out, and
Thanks, guys.
we'll talk to you guys soon.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks.